So let me ask you, what's the most popular? Is there a popular style at the moment? Is it like vintage? I mean, I hear a lot about vintage as far as photography goes.
This is another hard question to answer. Yes, there is, and vintage and rustic is more and more like the in thing because that's what you see coming from the States and what's in the bridal magazines and whatnot. I think one of the things we try to do here is incorporate the personal elements as well. So it's not just about styling a wedding based on what you see in magazines and online and whatnot. It's about bringing your personality into the special day and making it something unique and purely about you as well. So I guess we take what we see and take what's in fashion, but then take it that step further and bring in that personal element. Make it all about the couple.
Yeah, right.
I remember being at one of the, it was a Brussels sprout wedding actually, and packing down from the ceremony, and so obviously the guests were all around having, drinks were served and all that sort of stuff, and someone came up to me and they said, just with the ceremony alone, we had the aisle lined with apples and things like that, and they said we expected nothing less from Estelle. That's her style, that's so her, and that's exactly what you want to hear too.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, so you do ceremony locations as well, not just receptions?
Yes, sorry, you do.
Okay, so if it's a beach wedding or something on the headland, you'll do the aisles, the chairs.
Yep.
Okay, right, okay.
Aisles, chairs, we've got a bamboo pavilion we quite often do on beach, especially beach ceremonies.
Archways, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Flags?
Yeah, less and less popular.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more the shepherd's
Now you're
hooks.
making me sound old-fashioned.
So dated.
It's like the shepherd's hooks, and again that vintage rustic kind of feel we're bringing into ceremonies more so at the moment. The pillars with arrangements, that kind of thing.
Okay. So let me just go back so I've got a clear idea. So when the girls come to see you on that first appointment and they say we want vintage, we like this, here's a few magazine clippings. So are you taking notes, or are you actually going to take them? Do you take them through your massive warehouse and sort of set things up, or show them bits and pieces? How does it work?
We can't take them out there. It's shocking most of the time.
That is the tiniest warehouse I've ever seen.
It's good now.
On a good day. No, generally we sit here in the studio and we talk through their styling requirements. We can pop out the back and grab a few things to create it there for them. So they might be sitting here having a consult with us, and we can grab the centerpiece and build it in front of them so they get an idea of what we're talking about.
Okay, right. So really the only time they see the actual finished, I guess, setting is on the wedding day. And that's when it all gets tied together.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
That's where the trust comes into
Okay,
into
so
play.
really,
Obviously, conversation and relaying back to them what we think their ideas are, yes, and agreeing there, that's okay, let's move forward. But
so do you find it?
As long as they know that we've got it, what they're trying to get across.
That's it.
They're happy with us to run with it most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have like 100 phone calls between that first booking and then the wedding day from the brides?
It depends on the bride.
Yeah, it depends on the client, and it's the trust element again, whether they trust, they're ready to let go of their
and trust you guys to do what you do,
and trust us to do what we do, and we understand that it's their big day and the most important day for them, so we understand that there is that element of control, but this is what we do for them, this is what they've employed us for, in a sense.
Yeah.
Sure.
Generally we like to say 2 appointments in the studio is what we kind of would only need to capture all the ideas and have everything on track, and so that first one is the general, the initial discussion, themes, colours, and the second one? Finer details probably.
Finer details, sometimes it's not even needed. If the client's happy when they walk out the first time, then they may not even book the second appointment. We just have it there as an option in case they want to come through, run through things again. And that generally falls into play for the weddings that do book far in advance, so they can pop back in a bit closer to the date and confirm everything thereafter.
Sure, okay. Well, that's unreal, lady. That's so good to get all that information. How do couples find you? What's the best way?
Well, I guess a lot of people find us by word of mouth these days. It's probably generally the most. Can we start again? What am I trying to say?
It's the most popular way.
Yeah,
that's the best way.
You're right with this one.
You guys have got a website?
We have a website. Ultimately, in a perfect world, it's our venues and suppliers that are saying everyone go to GG. So We are probably the next step after the venue's locked away, and maybe photographers, that kind of thing, is for the couples to come in and then choose their theme and run with that. So once they've got their venue, they come to us. Hopefully the venues are directing them our way.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but then
word of mouth,
venues, website, definitely we've got our website, Facebook.
Facebook's
Okay.
a big thing.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sure.
probably venues and word of mouth are the two that we rely on most heavily though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your website? www.
ggevents.com.au.
Okay, fantastic. And then to come and see you in the showroom, it's by appointment.
By appointment.
By
only,
appointment.
And
yeah.
you've got contact details and phone numbers on the website.
Yeah, and we do by appointment only too, because you can purely focus on the one bride and
Sure.
groom at the time,
Okay.
rather than having quite a few people come through and
Also
Yeah.
with our schedule being out on site and whatnot,
Yeah.
it just makes life easier
Sure.
to know
Yeah.
when to expect people.
Are those appointments today Monday to Friday, 9 to 5?
We try and fit in Saturdays when we can if we're not out on site. Obviously, peak wedding season, it's kind of rare to get a Saturday appointment. Every now and then we will work outside the hours.
So encourage 9 to 5, Monday
Yeah,
to Friday.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
And a
Yeah.
lot of our clientele do come from Sydney and whatnot as well. So we do try and work around that where possible, hence the Saturday appointments. We do also do a lot of email correspondence when clients can't come to us. We do a lot of out-of-state inquiries and
Even overseas.
and you name it, even overseas.
Yeah.
So in that case, it's a lot of back and forth correspondence via email until the client is completely confident in us as well.
Cool. And just, I didn't ask, what areas do you service? Is it Hunter Valley, Newcastle, Central Coast, Sydney?
Sydney's covered, I think, really,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Central
Not
Coast
to say
or
we
Central
won't go
Coast?
there if someone wants us,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we do concentrate more Central Coast, Hunter, Newcastle,
Okay,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
perfect. Fantastic. Thanks, ladies.
Thanks.
thank you.